Drop everything. Queen. Because in the next 30 seconds I'm handing you the single, non-negotiable rule that instantly deletes 99% of boys from my reality and leaves only the men who book private jets, clear entire calendars, and thank me on their knees for the privilege of carrying my Birkin. And I discovered it the night a man who owns 3 professional sports teams looked me dead in the eyes at a black tie gala in Monaco, champagne flute trembling in his hand, and whispered, "I've never met a woman who actually makes me nervous." All because I walked into that room radiating one lethal frequency that acts like kryptonite to broke energy and catnip to billionaires. And tonight I'm breaking it down so precisely that by the time this video ends, you will never again waste one heartbeat on a male who doesn't treat you like the limited edition goddess you were born to be. I call it the Queen Energy Rule, and it is brutally simple, yet most women will spend their entire lives too afraid to live it. The second I feel even a flicker of doubt, chase, or effort coming from me, I disappear so fast the only thing left is the echo of my Laubautins on marble, and the scent of my perfume hanging in the air like expensive smoke. Because queens do not pursue. We receive. We do not explain. We elevate. We do not lower. We filter. And the moment I locked this rule into my nervous system, my entire reality upgraded from lukewarm texts to breakfast delivered on silver trays in the Maldives. From let's hang to the yacht leaves at sunset. Bring the red bikini. Picture this. 2 months ago I'm at Carbone in New York. Corner table he reserved 3 weeks in advance just to impress me. Custom Brioni suit. Watch that costs more than most houses. And halfway through the Wagyu, he leans in with that cocky little smirk and says, "So when am I seeing you again?" Like it's my job to make the next move. And I just smile slow. Take a sip of the 2005 Shade Au Margox. Let the silence stretch until it's uncomfortable for him. Not me. And then I say, when you decide I'm worth planning an entire month around, y'all know exactly where to find me. And I stand up, kiss the air beside his cheek, and walk out without looking back, leaving him with a $90,000 dinner check and the sudden, terrifying realization that access to me just became the most expensive thing he's ever chased. 48 hours later, he's blowing up my phone at 3 a.m. From Dubai. Cleared my entire week. The jet lands in Teterboro tomorrow. I need to see you. And that, my love, is the Queen Energy Rule in action. The moment you stop being convenient, you become priceless. I used to be the girl who double texted, who laughed too loud at mediocre jokes, who said yes to last-minute plans because I was terrified of losing him. And I attracted exactly what that energy deserved. Boys who split checks. Boys who disappeared after sex. Boys who made me feel like I had to audition for their attention. Until one morning, I looked in the mirror after another ghosting and decided I would rather be single for the rest of my life than ever again shrink my crown to fit a peasant's head. And the second I made that vow, the filter activated, and the trash started taking itself out faster than I could block numbers. If your heart is pounding right now, smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because I only teach what gets real-life receipts. No fairy tales. Just results that make other women screenshot and cry over because they finally understand what's been missing. And queens, let's go deeper. Because the Queen Energy Rule isn't about playing hard to get. It is about being impossible to get unless a man steps fully into his king energy and proves, with actions, not words, that he can match the frequency of a woman who wakes up expensive, bathes in roses, and treats her own name like royalty. The moment I started living this rule, every single interaction became a silent test he either passed or evaporated from. And the beautiful part is most boys fail within the first 5 minutes because they can feel the standard radiating off me like heat from a diamond. I walk into every room like I already own its shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor, slow deliberate steps that say I have nowhere else to be, because everywhere I am is the main event. And the second a man approaches with anything less than complete reverence, I give him the softest, sweetest smile and zero follow-up energy. Because queens do not reward potential. We reward performance. And I have watched grown men who date Victoria's Secret angels stutter and spill their drink trying to recover from the ice-cold certainty that I am not impressed until I decide to be. Last week at Private Members Club in London, crimson silk dress painted on, sitting alone at the bar because I enjoy my own company more than mediocre conversation. And a tech billionaire walks up, all smooth lines and quiet arrogance, offers to buy me a drink, and I look him up and down like I'm pricing a painting, take a slow sip of my own 1996 Krug, and say, "Darling, I don't drink anything that isn't poured for me by a man who's already planned tomorrow around making me smile." And I turn back to my phone like he's already gone. 30 minutes later, he's back with the sommelier, a rare bottle he had flown in from Paris that morning, and a handwritten note that says I cleared my morning. Tell me when and where. Because the Queen energy rule had already filtered out every boy in the room and left only the man willing to move mountains for one conversation. You enforce this rule in every micro moment. When he texts Wid instead of planning a real date, you leave him on read until he corrects himself. When he suggests Netflix at his place on the first date, you reply cute, but I only do 5-star or nothing, and watch him scramble to book Carbone. When he tries to rush physical intimacy, you pull back with a smile that says slow is the only speed that gets you close to me. And suddenly, he's the one asking permission to hold your hand. I've had men who swore they don't do labels proposing within 6 months. Men who ghosted supermodels texting me every morning like their life depends on my good morning handsome. Men who own islands asking my ring size before the third date. All because I made the Queen energy rule non-negotiable and refused to leak even one drop of my radiance on anyone who wasn't ready to worship at the altar of my standards. You don't explain the rule. You embody it. You move like your time is measured in diamonds. You speak like every word costs a deposit. You glow like you're wrapped in 24-karat gold leaf. And the second a boy feels the weight of that energy, he either levels up instantly or disappears forever. And both outcomes are perfect, because either you get the king or you get your peace. So tonight, I want you to make the vow out loud to the goddess in your mirror. From this breath forward, I only move as a queen. I only receive from kings. I only glow for those who have earned the light. And watch how fast the boys evaporate, and the men start building empires just to keep you shining. And now, my loves, we are burning this Queen energy rule so deep into your soul that the second any male energy drops 1 degree below worship, your body will reject it like poison, and you will vanish without explanation. Because the woman who truly lives this rule doesn't educate boys, doesn't give warnings, doesn't wait to see if he'll step up later. She simply upgrades her life and lets the universe sweep the rest into the trash where it belongs. Every time that old voice whispers, maybe text him first. Maybe say yes to the casual plan. Maybe he's just having a bad week. I want you to feel this exact fire exploding in your chest right now, and remember that you were born to have your coffee poured by someone who already booked the Maldives villa before you woke up. To have your vacations planned the moment you sigh. To have men thank their accountants for the privilege of funding your glow. And you will smile that slow, crimson smile, delete the draft, and step back into the throne energy where real kings are already lining up with trembling black cards and private jet keys. From this second forward, you move like the most expensive woman who ever breathed. You speak like your attention costs a 7-figure deposit. You glow like you're wrapped in liquid diamonds 24/7. Because when you finally enforce the Queen energy rule with every breath, the entire planet bends. Gifts manifest before you ask. Trips appear the moment you think ocean. Your phone lights up with booked the entire Amangiri for your birthday. Just say when. And you never have to wonder if you're asking for too much again. Because the right man will look at you and think never enough. I need you to feel it right now. Feel the shift in your spine straightening. Feel your shoulders dropping back like a crown just snapped into place. Feel the way your lips curve into that knowing half smile that makes billionaires nervous. Because from this moment forward, you are officially unreachable to anyone who doesn't treat you like the rarest thing on earth. So go out there and be the woman they whisper about in boardrooms and private jets. Be the one who gets proposed to with a ring that needs its own security detail. Be the one who makes grown men cancel board meetings because your name lit up their screen. And watch how fast the world falls to its knees trying to keep you smiling. Drop "I needed this" in the comments if you just felt your crown lock into place, and you're ready to delete every boy who ever made you chase. Turn on notifications, because the next video will ruin average women and crown queens forever. And I'll see you gorgeous, radiant, unstoppable legends in the next masterpiece. Now go move like the limited edition goddess you are and watch the boys disappear and the kings beg to stay. You deserve nothing less than the entire world on its knees. And it starts right now.